Okay, children, good morning. I hope you all remember. We are going to start with the chapter now again. Let us complete this chapter today. Okay, so that in the next class we can start with the writing part. Is that clear? Okay. Um, the last topic which we had done was regarding the limitations of civil disobedience movement. Limitations means drawbacks. We studied two particular groups. One was the Muslims and the other was the Dalits. The Dalits, who were organized into depressed classes association by B.R. Ambedkar. They were always apprehensive of joining Congress because they did not have any trust in Congress. They used to feel that Congress is a party of high caste Hindus and there will be no place for them. Similarly, after the failure of non-cooperation movement, Muslims were also apprehensive of joining Congress or participating in the civil disobedience movement. These two particular groups did not take active participation in CDM, non-cooperation movement. Now we are going to come to the last part of the chapter, that is nationalism, creating the sense of collective belonging. How to create a sense of collective belonging. Okay, now sense of collective belonging means unity. We all know that India, no doubt, it was divided, and this division of our country was further motivated and encouraged by the Britishers, who never wanted us to be united. These children are coming now. For all those who have come just now, we are starting with the next part, that is the last part, the sense of collective belonging. That is how to create a sense of collective identity, unity, whatever. The question can come in any form: unity, collective belonging, collective identity, whatever. You have to write after about this only. Okay. Now, we all know that. First of all, unity came into our country because we started feeling that we are living in one nation. First of all, because we belong to that particular nation, this created a sense of unity. Secondly, unity also came because of a united struggle against the exploitation which was taking place in our country. For everybody, each community was suffering, and therefore, when they shared their suffering, this created a kind of bond between the people. Okay, but there were other process also, a variety of process also, which was responsible for bringing out this unity. Let us see what are they. We are going to study 5 points over here. Okay, first of all, a variety of cultural process, example fiction, folklore, songs, popular prints, symbols all played a very important role in creating a sense of collective belonging as well as nationalism. Okay, the first point which we are going to talk about is again just like Marion and Germania. The identity of the nation, it was symbolized as a female figure, an image which was generally a female, which was associated as Bharat Mata. She was called as Bharat Mata. The first image of Bharat Mata was created by Bankim Chand Chattopadhyay when he wrote his book in 1807, Vande Mataram. Okay, when he wrote his book Anand Mat, in his Anand Mat he had written one hymn which was called as Vande Mataram. This was the first image of Bharat Mata which created. Okay, following that there was another poet, Anand Mat. Sorry, there was another poet, a painter also, Abhindranath Tagore. He painted the first popular image of Bharat Mata, where it was portrayed as an ascetic, calm, composed, and divine figure. Not like a goddess, but just like a sannyasini, divine, spiritual, and in subsequent years, different images of Bharat Mata kept coming up in the entire country. Some were showing her as a goddess, some were showing us as an ascetic, some were showing us just as a lady. Okay, and people started making the popular prints of this Bharat Mata to create the sense of collective belonging. This is your first point, very easy. We all know it very well that we call our country as Bharat Mata. Okay. Secondly, people also started believing that the culture of our country is among the folklore. Ashmeet, what is making you smile? Something else is going on, Ashmeet. Somebody else is there who's distracting you, and you are distracting me. Okay, anyway, pay attention. Ideas of nationalism, it also developed through Indian folklore. Okay, nationalists, they recorded folk tales, folk songs, which was sung by bards. Bards hote the pehle, they used to go from village to village. First, this was the only source of entertainment. People used to travel from village to village. They used to sing about, say, for example, Pithi Raj Raso and all these kind of things was happening. Similarly, this was being done. Here, we are going to discuss two people we are going to discuss. One is Rabindranath Tagore. He began collected ballads, nursery rhymes, and myths and got them printed. Okay, Rabindranath Tagore. Secondly, in Madras, there was another person, he was called as Natesha Shastri. He published a massive collection of Tamil folk tale which was called as the folklore of southern India. Okay, then he said one line also, that is the truest, the most trustworthy manifestation you can find in the thoughts and processes which keeps on going on in the minds of the people. This is what he said. Next, we also came, there also emerged the importance of icons and symbols. That symbols and icons, they also play a very important role in unifying people. 1905 in Bengal, the Swadeshi movement started. This was the first time when Swadeshi movement started in 1905, when Bengal was partitioned into two, East Bengal and West Bengal. Today what we have is Bangladesh and Bengal. It was earlier one part only. Okay, this was the time when Swadeshi, the first time, जिसको बोलते हैं नारा जो स्वदेशी का था, ये पहली बार लगा था वहाँ पर. Okay. During the Swadeshi movement, they had also designed one flag which was called as Swadeshi flag, which was having 8 lotuses leaf and a crescent moon. 8 lotuses leaf represented the 8 provinces of India, and the crescent moon represented the unity between. Kanishka, you just listen to me just now, afterward you may read. Okay, and the crescent moon represented the unity of Hindus and Muslims. Okay, gradually this tricolor was again modified by Mahatma Gandhi, and he designed the new Swaraj flag. This Swaraj flag was again a tricolor, what we see today, green, orange and white color was there, but it was having a spinning wheel in the center to inspire the people to work, to maintain the dignity of work. This was being done. Okay, this is your fourth part. First was culture processes, second was Bharat Mata, third was folk tales, fourth was your icons and symbols, and the last part. Okay. Another way of creating nationalism was through reinterpretation of history. Okay, reinterpretation means actually Britishers considered Indians as to be savage, barbaric. We were not fit to rule ourselves. They thought that if they are going to go away India, there will be chaos everywhere, because we Indians do not have the capability to rule ourselves. Okay, now the intellectuals who were there in our country, they were not satisfied by this kind of thinking. They said that India in the past, Britishers, they considered Indians as backward and primitive, but Indian intellectuals, they began discovering our past when they said that there was a time when India had achieved great achievements. Okay, and it had a glorious past, it had a golden age, it had progress in art, in architecture, in science, mathematics, religion, culture, law, philosophy, medicine, crafts, as well as trade also, where everything flourished in the past. And then came a period of decline in our country when we all got disunited. Okay, and this period of decline was followed by we becoming a victim of imperialism when we were the British colony. So what we should do is we should again revive our past, believe, maintain this belief in ourselves, and fight for our independence. These efforts now, no doubt, each of the community and the efforts of the great leaders, everybody tried to unite the people, but these efforts was not without any kind of trouble. There was a lot of trouble when one community was trying to create a kind of patriotic fervor by celebrating the festival. The other community used to feel left out. Okay, when we Hindus are celebrating our festivals, the Muslims felt that they are left out. When Muslims are doing the same thing, we were feeling that as if we are left out. We do not belong to this particular community. So this disunity was there in this process of nationalism. Okay. Lastly is the conclusion. No doubt, the growing anger against the British government, it brought the various classes as well as the groups together. Okay, we became one because we all were exploited. Congress, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, tried to channelize people's grievances, all these grievances into one. Okay, so that everybody should become a part of the national movement which was going on, and we should achieve what? National unity. Each of the diverse group, each classes, they interpreted all this kind of national movement in their own way, and they had a variety of expectations also. Okay, they had not much to do with the nationalism or freedom of the country, but they were wanting what was the trouble that should end, which they were suffering from. Okay, freedom meant different things to different people. The Congress continuously struggled to resolve the differences and ensure to fulfill the demands of each group. However, this unity was this unity often faced disunity as well as inner conflict with each other. Is that clear, children? Just go through the chapter. Go through the chapter once. Okay, see this part also. So we have done 5 things. First is your cultural processes, folk tales, folklore, united struggle also. Okay, plus what else? That we, this feeling that we belong to a nation. Second was your image of Bharat Mata, which was created into different forms. Today also we can see Bharat Mata into different form, standing next to the tiger, holding a spear or something. Okay, so these are different images. Then who painted the first image, and who painted Bharat Mata as ascetic, divine, spiritual? These are two different things. Okay, then we have got the Indian folk tales and folklores printed by Rabindranath Tagore as well as Natasha Shastri. Then icons and symbols, that is Mahatma Gandhi's Swadeshi, no, Mahatma Gandhi's Swaraj flag and the Swadeshi flag. Lastly, reinterpretation of history. That history, once upon a time, the India was having a glorious past. Okay, Britishers considered Indians as primitive, barbaric, and savage. This was followed by a with this we have everything was flourishing in our country, and this was followed by a period of decline when we became a victim of the Britishers. Okay. However, and lastly, conclusion. Please read the conclusion, and if you have any problem, please ask me just now, all of you. I'm unmuting you all so that you can ask. Yuvika, any problem? No? Okay. Monday onwards, children, please be ready with your copies. Monday onwards, please be ready with your copies. We are going to write down this chapter. I hope you all are learning on your own, children. Boards, you have to appear for boards. Right? And this year, instead of depending on the test and this thing or that thing, you have to depend on yourself. For you all, it is a very crucial year in the sense that there is no, say for example, you have to appear for the board and you do not have any kind of guidance. The only guidance which we can provide you is here. Okay, children, so be responsible, study hard. Anybody, any problem, children?
Ma'am,
Yes.
the calling off of movements like non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement were called off by Mahatma Gandhi. Ma'am, was this the reason that India got independence so late?
See, I cannot go into detail regarding this. Mahatma Gandhi is one figure which is deeply criticized. In today's time, you people might not agree with the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi. If you are asked to follow this policy of non-violence, I don't think you're going to follow it. So this is a kind of controversy. Okay, somebody say that he was responsible for, in fact, for delaying the independence. Okay, on the other hand, we have already done that. He believed that we cannot rival the Britishers in arms and ammunitions, they are much more forward. So he followed his own policy. Whatever it is, every political figure is deeply criticized. Today we know that Narendra Modi is the leader. No doubt he's a dynamic leader, but what can he do? He, one after the other, the problems have been arising during his tenure. Okay, no doubt he undertook one mistake, that was monetary change which took place in our country. But then his thinking is right. His what you say, जिसको बोलना चाहिए नियत, that is also right. But the thing is, conditions are so difficult. Okay, so we should not go into this discussion that just because of Mahatma Gandhi we got freedom very late. Okay, our work is to study what is given in your NCRT book. You can have your own view, but we cannot discuss over here on this platform. Even I can say a lot many things regarding this history. Okay, but we cannot say such things because we are concerned of giving the boards. Is that clear, Vedansh? Vedansh? Vedansh?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear? So we
Yes,
will
ma'am.
not go into the detail that Mahatma Gandhi was responsible for bringing independence or he was responsible for delaying the independence. No doubt they say that as compared to Jawaharlal Nehru, the other person who was much more capable was Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was far better. He was far more capable. He was called as the Iron Man of our country. But since Jawaharlal Nehru was very close to Mahatma Gandhi, that is why he became the Prime Minister and he became the Home Minister. Okay, so we cannot go into all those details. We are supposed to study. You can have your own thinking, you can have your own idea, but we cannot put them on pen and paper. Is that clear, Vedansh? Okay, children. Okay, children. See you all on Monday. Bye.